Hi YouTube, I'm gonna have to make this a two-part video because my aunt came over and I had to stop midway. So the item I was talking about is it's two minis by the Drunk Elephant. I got this in Sephora because two of my coworkers recommended the C Firma Day Serum, and like I was saying, about to be 38 in a couple of days, and one of the concerns that I have with my skin is firmness. So I wanted to try something with vitamin C. Seems to work for me when it comes to firmness, and I wanted to try something different. I was trying before the Ole Henriksen and I love that one, but I wanted to try something different and I got recommended this one. It's really good. I liked it, but I wouldn't repurchase it because of the smell. I'm very sensitive to smells, and the smell, I just couldn't. Like, I was so glad that instead of buying the full size, which is the full size is pretty expensive. I think the full size is around 90 something dollars or 80 something dollars. And so I'm so glad they had these minis and I got to try the mini size, because I would have been so upset if I would have bought the full size, spent all that money, and then put it on my face and not been able to take that smell and not wanted to finish. I forced myself to finish the mini. So I do, if you don't mind strong scents and don't have any sensitivity to smells, then I do recommend it. But if you do, there's other firming serums with vitamin C that you can try. The next one that I want to try is the one by The Ordinary. So maybe after my pregnancy and after I'm done with these, this is the one that I really love, the Ole Henriksen. It's the Truth Serum Collagen Booster with potent vitamin C complex. This is the one. Let me see if it'll focus. This is the one that I love. This one has like a citrusy scent to it, and it's not that strong, and I kind of feel the tingling, kind of feel it working when I put it on. So I really like this one. I have two, I believe 2.5 ounces. They're a little bit bigger than this size that I have left, and I think once I run out of those, I'm gonna try the vitamin C serum from The Ordinary, because I've heard good things about it and it is inexpensive. So I wanted to try that. And then this is another item from the Dollar Tree that I've been loving. It's an oldie but a goodie. I love the smell, the powder fresh smell to it. So I've been buying these from the Dollar Tree and I've used up like 5 of these already. And it's funny because, of course, Secret and that scent has been around for so long. When I was younger, when I was in high school, I didn't like that deodorant. But lately, the last year, I've been using it and I've been liking it. And when I do wear it, my coworkers are like, what are you wearing? You smell so good. And I'm like, I'm not wearing any perfume, but I am wearing deodorant. And it ends up being that they smell the powder fresh Secret deodorant, and for some reason they enjoy it. The next item is a setting spray, again from the drugstore, and it's the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Spray and Set Makeup Extender Setting Spray. I think they have repackaged or done something different with it. This is the original because I had bought a couple and I was using them up, and I do like these. I do prefer the Urban Decay. That one is my favorite, the all nighter, but this is pretty good. I was just trying to use up the ones that I had. But if you can't afford the Urban Decay and you want like a good setting spray from the drugstore, I do recommend this one. It's the first one that I ever tried and I really enjoyed it. This next thing is from Elf, and it's the Elf Beauty Shield. It's antioxidant enriched skin protection. It's a daily defense makeup mist. So it's kind of like a setting spray, but it also gives you some environmental protection to your skin because it's antioxidant. Again, I think this one is another, it has kind of like a citrusy scent. It reminds me a little bit of the Truth Serum by Ole Henriksen, the smell. So I did enjoy that. Vitamin C is antioxidant, so maybe it does have some vitamin C. Although here in the back it says that it has licorice extract and vitamin E, which vitamin E is also really good for your skin. I enjoyed it. I actually bought it because I ran out. Let me show you guys. I'll be right back. So I actually bought it because I ran out of this. It's by Dior. It's called One Essential Mist Lotion. It's a detoxifying mist purity booster. Now this is like around $56. It's pretty expensive. And I did not want to repurchase it. I bought it because they had a free gift with purchase going on and I wanted the free gifts. And I do work at Macy's, so I was trying to help my coworker out by buying something from her, and I picked one of the cheapest things in the Dior counter, and this was it. I ended up loving it, and I loved it so much that even though it was so expensive, I used it up right away. I love how the spray mist, I'm not gonna do it because I don't want to mess up my makeup, but I love how the spray works. The mist is perfect. So this is actually something that you can put on to refresh your makeup. You can put it on before putting on your makeup. It's just refreshing. It smells really, it has a really soft scent to it. It's also antioxidant. Like it says, it's detoxifying. I really love this. And I ran out of it so quickly, so I was finding something kind of similar to it, and I ran into this, and this is why I bought this. I haven't repurchased it yet. I'm not sure if I would repurchase it, but I did like it. I do prefer this one, but this one I will not be repurchasing because it's very expensive. Now you might be asking or wondering, if I used it up, what's inside. So basically what's inside here is rose water. There's a rose water that I buy at the drugstore. It's by a Hispanic brand. I'm trying to see if I find it so I can show you guys. I think I put it away. So it's rose water. It's, I think, by the brand De La Cruz. They sell it in Walgreens, and it comes very concentrated. So what I do is I put rose water with purified water in here, and I mix it, and then I spray it at night. Sometimes when I want to go to bed and I'm too lazy to put on skincare, I'll just spray this on my face, and it kind of gives me a layer of moisture. When I wake up in the morning, my face actually wakes up like extremely moisturized, I guess because of the rose water. If I find it, I will show you guys, but it comes in a pink bottle. It says agua de rosas, I think it says rose water, and it's, I believe, by the brand De La Cruz. So that's what I have in here, purified water with the De La Cruz rose water, and then I just spray this sometimes when I'm too lazy at night to do any skincare. So let's move on to the next empty. So the next empty is something that I got in Ulta, and it's by the brand Revolution. It's another setting spray, and this one is oil control. It's an oil control setting spray by Revolution. This one, I think I didn't like this, like how the spray came out. It was kind of like all over the place. In some places it would spray too much, in other places not enough. I have oily skin, although right now, because of this current pregnancy, it hasn't been as oily as it normally is. But I normally do have a really oily skin, so I buy setting sprays and moisturizers, everything that is for oily skin, and this is why I bought this. Again, I've used so many different setting sprays, and I still go back to the Urban Decay. To me, the Urban Decay just kind of works the best, because it works better than these. It doesn't take away my oiliness, but it does help control it more than these, the drugstore ones. Now let's see. So the next item is an eye cream by Lancome. This is like a mini size. It's one of the ones that you get when you get for free with a purchase, and it's by the Absolute Premium BX line. This is pretty expensive, so I don't think that I would buy this. But if I were to do another one of those, buy something, get a free gift, I would probably choose this again. I really did enjoy this eye cream. It's very moisturizing, and eye cream is one of the things. Eye cream and serum are two of like the main components of my skincare regime. Like sometimes I'm too lazy to do all the other steps, but if there's one step that I don't skip is eye cream and serum, because they're just so easy to put on, and the area underneath the eyes, it gets so dry and it's so uncomfortable that it's just kind of a reminder like, oh, this feels so uncomfortable, time to put on my eye cream. So the next item is high-end item is by Estee Lauder, and it's the Perfectionist CPR. It's a wrinkle lifting and firming serum. I got this when I was working as a beauty advisor for Estee Lauder. I'm sorry guys, I dropped it. And I got this as gratis. I wouldn't repurchase it. Maybe because I'm too young maybe to use it, because I did get a lot of customers that were older that did use this and they loved it and they had beautiful skin and they told me that they had used it for years. I didn't like it too much for my skin. It has a lot of silicone and it's pretty thick. Even though I didn't use much, it just felt like really thick on my skin, and I felt that when I would go to put on makeup on top of it, it kind of didn't work well. So I didn't even completely finish it. It's like down to here, but I've had it for quite some time, so it's time to retire it, and I don't want to finish it. I usually try to finish everything because I feel guilty even if I didn't spend money on it, but I feel guilty like not using it completely and throwing it out. But it does have like more than 2 years, so it's time to retire. I think if you're older, maybe around your 50s, 60s, that would be a great product for you. But if you're younger, I wouldn't recommend it. And then this is from Sephora. It's the Murad Skin Polishing Polish. I love this. As I said, I have oily skin. It's also sensitive, but I do like to exfoliate it. And this has really, really fine sand-like texture to it. When I do use this, my skin feels so soft, and if I end up wearing makeup that day, my makeup looks flawless. It just looks beautiful. So it kind of helps, like if you have a lot of dead skin or are in need of exfoliation, this is great. I didn't completely finish it, but it's really old, so it's time for me to throw it out. But it lasts so much because you don't need much. You just need just a little bit. It is a bit expensive. It's I think around $37. That's why I have not repurchased it, but it did last me a long time. I have other exfoliating cleansers right now that I'm trying to use up, but if I don't find anything that can really replace it, I would probably repurchase it because it's that good, and it lasts a long time, so you do get enough bang for your buck. The next item is from, let me see if it'll focus, Bath and Body Works. Is a what do they call these? It's a concentrated room spray, and this is the lemon mint leaf. I love citrus smells or anything eucalyptus or lavender. Those are my favorite scents. I love these because even though they're small, they're concentrated, and sometimes I would spray these after making my bed. I would spray this in the morning on my sheets, and it's just kind of left like a nice scent in my bedroom. So I like these, and they last longer since they're concentrated. You don't have to spray a lot, because if not, you're gonna be coughing up a storm because they are pretty strong. And then the next item is by Wet n Wild. It's drugstore. It's my favorite bronzer and setting spray. I have used up like 4 of these. Like seriously, I have used up 4 of these. I stopped repurchasing them because I'm like, no, like you have other bronzers and setting sprays, you need to use those up. You have to stop using this one and get rid of the other ones and then maybe go back to this one. Because I have bronzers from Tarte, from Too Faced, from Smashbox that I wouldn't use because I was so in love with this and I just kept using this up and repurchasing it. That's how much I love it. This is the shade Dulce de Leche. And this I think is my 4th one. The setting spray for some reason, like this one, it was as the bronzer looked exactly or a little bit less than the setting powder, but it fell and it cracked. So I ended up just not continuing to use the setting powder, even though I love it so much, because I didn't want to have like something that was completely finished with something that was completely gone. And when I have so much other stuff that are practically full that I'm not using up. But I really recommend this. It's so inexpensive. I think it's $4.99, and then in the drugstore sometimes they have it on sale and you get it for even cheaper. It gives you like the perfect, it's great for contouring, for bronzing. The setting spray, I'm sorry, I keep saying setting spray. The setting powder, I love it. I would always use it to set my under eye, and my under eye, my concealer would not budge. It would not give me any lines. It would help control like the oiliness under this area, under my eye area. And it gave me like brightening as well. So I loved the setting powder for setting my under eye. And the bronzer, I cannot say enough good things about it. Let's see what else we have in here. We have another e.l.f. Beauty Shield item. This is the Vitamin C Pollution Prevention Serum. So this was again me trying to find a cheaper alternative to the Ole Henriksen serum. What can I say about this? I think for some reason the packaging might be a little deceptive or deceiving, because I used it up really quickly and this looks huge, and I end up so for this looks pretty big. So for this to look this big and for me to use it up in such a quick time that I used it up in, I just feel like maybe the packaging is a little deceiving and it actually brings less than what this looks like it has inside. It's okay. I really didn't see it do anything different to my skin. It didn't add moisture. It didn't control my oiliness. I don't know. It just was kind of a little bit blah, so I wouldn't repurchase it. Between these two items, if I were to repurchase something, it would probably be the antioxidant daily defense mist. I would probably repurchase that. Just getting rid of tops that I have in here. The following item is another Ole Henriksen Truth Serum. Now this is the size that I still have 2 more left of, and once I finish those, I'm gonna try the vitamin C serum from The Ordinary. But I just wanted to show you guys I used up 2 of those, and I think I might have used up another one, but I threw out the packaging. I think the rest of the stuff that I have in here is mainly high end. So let's go through it. So the next item is by Shiseido. I have used up 2 of these. I get these at work. Again, I work at Macy's, and we do have like free gifts with purchases or free samples. So since I work there, I shop a lot there. And also, like my coworkers, they'll give me samples so I can try out the products, and then if I like them, I can buy from them. So this is the Shiseido. It's called Ultimume. It's a power infusing concentrate. I actually do like this. I have not bought a full size because I keep getting samples at work. I'm not 100% sure if I would buy a full size. I believe the smallest size is around 60 something dollars, so it is expensive. I rather, and usually one of these little free samples lasts me some good time. I do like this. It's moisturizing, but it's not heavy. It does feel nice on the skin. Sometimes when I'm too lazy to put on a moisturizer and kind of do like a 4 or 5 step skincare routine, whether at night or in the morning, I'll just put this on with my eye cream, and I go right ahead to move on to doing my makeup. So I do like it. I feel that if I could afford to be spending 60 something or 90 something dollars every couple of months, I would probably repurchase it. But there is another serum that I prefer more than this one, and that's the only reason why I've just stuck with these sample sizes. This other item is from Lancome. Again, it's another one of those free gift with purchase items, but this one, it lasted me quite some time because I use very little. I don't use that much moisturizer. When you have oily skin, you don't need to use a lot of moisturizer. With just a little tiny bit, spreading it all over your face is enough, because I don't need that much moisture. I just need it's just enough moisture, and this is what this moisturizer does. It gives me just enough moisture so that my skin doesn't feel uncomfortable right after I wash it, but not so much that throughout the day, as my face is getting to its normal oiliness, it doesn't provide like an extra layer of oil on my face. And that's what I really like about it. This is the Energy de V. It's a water infused cream. Now, if you have oily skin, any moisturizer that is water infused or gel form is going to be great for your skin. It's going to feel comfortable. It's going to help you feel like hydrated without feeling extra oiliness. So again, if you have oily skin, moisturizers like this I recommend. They work perfect. The next item is by Estee Lauder. This is my favorite moisturizer from Estee Lauder. It's the Revitalizing Supreme, and it's a global anti-aging cell power cream. Now this is the original one. I don't know if it's gonna focus, but this is the original one. It now they have a new one, which is, I think they added plus to it, and then after that one they brought out a new one that has SPF. I think it has SPF 15. Now the latest one that has SPF I have not tried. This is the original. This is my favorite. For my type of skin, which is oily, this is the moisturizer that I use in the winter. It's not heavy. It's moisturizing. It's not extremely heavy. It's not oily. It feels really nice on the skin. Because I have oily skin, I only use a tiny little bit of it, and I spread it all over my face, and I only use it in the winter when my skin is at its driest, and it works perfect. I have bought this and gifted it to family members, and they love it. I have a close friend that loves it. She says that when she wears this, her skin looks flawless, especially when she puts her powder. The only thing she wears for makeup is powder foundation, and she says that when she puts on her powder on top of this, her skin looks beautiful. So I was the one that introduced her to it, and she loves it. And I actually, when the last time that it was her birthday, or I think for Christmas, I got her the full size. And then this is also from Estee Lauder. For the summer, where my skin is at its oiliest, this is my all-time favorite moisturizer, and it's the Estee Lauder Daywear Matte. So this is an oil control antioxidant moisture gel cream. So again, when you have oily skin, anything that's water-based and in gel texture as a moisturizer is what you're going to need to look for your skin. It's going to give you the hydration that oily skin needs without the added oil. It's gonna help you not feel really dry after you wash your skin, your face, and it's gonna help control a little bit of the oiliness, because it's not gonna add to the oiliness. It's actually gonna kind of help balance it. And that's what I love about this. This is my all-time favorite moisturizer to wear in the summer. I used up this one, like you guys can see, completely. It's completely empty, because this is, I believe the price of this is $54. So when I spend that much, I make sure that I use up as much as possible. I do have a backup of this that I got as gratis, but I recently got it. I think I got it this December, and I used this one up in September of last year. I only use these throughout the summer, and again, I use this one in the winter. But for this summer, I already have a different one that I want to try because it's cheaper. It's by Clarins. I'm not going to show you guys. If I do use it up, I'll do another Empties video and show you. But it's a Clarins product, and it's also in matte form. I don't have it with me right now. It's kind of, I kind of have it put away because it's for the summer. I don't have it out yet. But when I do use it up, I will show you guys. Or if you guys want me to do a video with my summertime skincare products, then I'll do that. But I do have a backup of this. I'm gonna try the Clarins one just to kind of compare and see, because that one is cheaper than this one. This one is $54. I believe the Clarins one might be I'm not 100% sure, but it might be $42. So it's a little cheaper, and that's why I wanted to try it just in case, because these are the only moisturizers that work for me for my oily skin. And I didn't want, when it comes to something, when I've already tried like several different brands, one product in several different brands, and only one seems to work for me, that's the one that I stick to. So even if it's expensive, I will make an exception and repurchase it. And when it comes to moisturizers, I don't need much. I don't use much. Some people think that the more that they use, the more it'll work. Moisturizers don't work like that. You only need just enough. There's a lot of people, I work, like I said, I work at Macy's. I work in the beauty department, and there's a lot of people that come to me and they complain like, this moisturizer doesn't work. It kind of makes my skin feel itchy and uncomfortable. And I tell them, how much are you using? Because there's women that will buy a moisturizer this size and they'll come back within a month to repurchase, and I'm like, how are you using your moisturizer that you're using it up so much? You don't need that much. First of all, if you're getting something that's for moisture, for hydration, it's going to be hydrating if it's a good product. And usually if you're paying that much, it's supposed to be a good product. If it's a good product, you're not going to need layers and layers of it for it to provide moisturization and hydration. You're going to need just enough, and if it's that much quality, you're gonna be able to use just a dime size and spread it all over your face, and it's going to work. And that's what I try to tell people. It's not, some women think, oh, it's for wrinkles, so the more I use, the more it's gonna take care of my wrinkles or make them go away. No, it doesn't work like that. You just need a dime size amount, and it's gonna do its job. If it's high quality, it's gonna do its job no matter how little or how much you use. You're only supposed to use a dime size amount. And if you do that, then it's going to last you at least 6 months. And that's what that's what happens with me. I get to use this for like a year because I only use it in the summer. So the summer is about a little bit less than 3 months. So I'm able to use it for 2 summers and then I repurchase. So the next item is again by Estee Lauder. So like I said, I used to work in the Estee Lauder counter, and some of these items I got as gratis when I used to work with them, like the serum. This I got as gratis, and I believe I got this as gratis as well. The Daywear mat I did purchase myself, and that's something that I would continue to repurchase. And the next item is the Resilience Lips Firming Sculpting Eye Cream, and it looks like this. A lot of women love this line. I can't use the moisturizer. It's too hydrating and it's kind of oily for my type of skin. A lot of women like it. It probably works for women with normal to dry skin. For my type of skin, it doesn't work, so I'm not a fan of it. As I said, the Revitalizing Supreme is my favorite, but the eye cream is not bad. It's okay. I used it up. I have a lot of these free gifts with purchase, so I do use them up because since these are expensive products, and eye cream is something that I am never without, and I do buy good eye cream. That's an area of the face that you should never put anything that's cheap or bad quality, because this area is very, very sensitive. So that's something that I will spend money on. And if I have any samples, I will use up my samples first before I cough up the money to buy the full size. But this was okay. I did prefer this one, the one by Lancome Absolute Other, better than this one. And I think I'm gonna see if I have, there's one that's my favorite. I'm gonna see if I have it so I can show you guys. And here it is. This is my favorite. This is the one that it's so creamy, but it's not oily, and it's just great. I love, love, love this eye cream. It's by again Lancome, and it's the Renergy Lift Multi-Action Eye, and it's lifting and firming eye cream. Again, I got this as a free gift with purchase, so I do recommend you guys. What I love about Macy's is that these free gifts with purchase times of the year. It's I think every counter has about 3 to 4 free gifts with purchases throughout the year. It's kind of spread out. And I love it because I always tell customers, this is the time for you to buy something you need and to try something that you otherwise are not able to try because you think you don't need it, or not able to try it because it's too expensive, or are not able to try it because maybe you don't know that you need it. So that's when I recommend that you guys try skincare. Now, if you try these items and they're so expensive and they don't work for you and you don't like them, then great. If you try something that really works, then at least you know it's expensive, but it really works. So maybe I can consider purchasing the full size. Or if not, you can just keep buying them, getting them when they have the free gift with purchase. And usually you only have to spend $37 and you get like 6 free pieces. I have another one. I think I've used up like 5 of these. That's how much I like those. They are expensive, so I haven't bought a full size of that, but I do tend to get as many free samples as possible because it's probably if one of, or if not my most favorite item from Lancome. The next item is the Daywear Eye. Now this is one of their recent products. I did enjoy this. It's in gel form. It's a gel cream, and I did enjoy it. The Daywear line kind of has like a cucumber scent to it and like a fresh scent to it, and I love that. It's the same line as my summer moisturizer Daywear matte, but this is in the eye cream. I like this. I think I would use this in the summer. It is it's very, very comfortable. The skin soaks it up really easily because it's in gel form, And it's refreshing. It feels refreshing. So I would definitely buy this. It's $40, I think, for the full size, which compared to other lines where their eye creams are in 50s and 60s, it's not that bad. It's so expensive though. But again, when it comes to my under eye area, that is an area where I will spend more money on, because this is an area that I take care of a lot. I don't like I don't like for this area to feel uncomfortable. Even though I am um about to be 38 years old, I do feel like my under eye area looks really nice for my age. And I'm always making faces, as you can see, ever since I was a little girl. So I don't have as many lines around my eye area. And I think it's because I always use good eye cream. Let's see. Now, another one of my all-time favorite eye creams, and this again is something that I have repurchased. And this is also something that I repurchased. I purchased it in a mini. I bought two of the full sizes and I've used it up. And I believe I have a backup of the full size. This is the Drink of H2O. Oh no, this is the wrong one. I'm sorry. I thought I had grabbed the eye cream, but it's not in here. So basically, the one that I'm talking about, which I thought was this one, is the Maracuja eye cream. It's by Tarte. I love it. It's very moisturizing. It just feels so creamy and so comfortable when you put it on. It's not heavy, so it doesn't make my under eye oily throughout the day, even though I have oily skin. It's just, I love it. I recommend it. I think that one is around 30 something dollars, so it's not as expensive as it's cheaper than the Estee and the Lancome one. And I really recommend if you want to try. And it's pretty big. The packaging, it's the full size, it looks pretty big. The only thing is that it feels so good that you end up kind of wasting it, because there's not a day that goes by that you don't want to use it. So I do recommend that one very much. I feel like it's similar to the Lancome Renergy, but it feels smooth. It actually feels smoother than this one. But this one, if you are around my age, I would recommend it more than the Maracuja one, because this one does have anti-aging properties. But this is actually a mini that came in a set that I bought in Sephora, and it's the Drink of H2O Hydrating Boost. So basically, this is like a gel moisturizer. I did enjoy this. It's refreshing, something I would use in the summer. Of course, it wouldn't replace this moisturizer. I feel like because this one is antioxidant, it has more benefits for my skin. But this is exactly what it is. It's like you're adding water or like moisture to your skin, but it's not heavy. It's not heavy moisture. It's just comfortable moisture. It's refreshing moisture, which is what water does. It refreshes you. So this is pretty good. I got it in like a little mini set because I wanted the mini Maracuja eye cream, and that's why that came in it. So I used it up and it wasn't bad. I enjoyed it. Now we're coming down to the wire. So I have another one of these Renergy eye creams from Lancome. So basically I used up 3. I might have used up more